Hello students, good evening to everyone. This is M. Bujjababu working as a chemistry lecturer in Vignan Cooperative Junior College, Vadlamudi. So this is the new topic for you, that is the D block and transition elements. So after the completion of the inorganic chemistry in the previous videos, we detailedly know about the four types of groups, that are 15th group elements, 16th group elements, and 17th group elements and 18th group elements. So after completion of that four topics belongs to P block elements. So after the completion of the P block elements, it is the next chapter, that is D block and transition elements. So in this D block and transition elements, along with the D block, there are also F block. So after next classes, we are going to learn about F block elements. So this is the time for learning for D block elements. So in periodic table, there are between the S block and P block, D block is present. So in that D block elements, so what are D block elements? We are learning to go. So what are D block elements? Which elements are presenting in the D block? If an element is said to be D block element, how can we suggest that? And what are the general characteristics of elements which are present in a D block? And what are the necessary conditions if the elements which are belongs to either S block or P block or D block? So another name for this D block elements are also transition elements. So how the D block elements are called as the transition elements? What are the reasons for that? Is there any exemptions if the elements which are belongs to D block but they cannot be treated as a D block element? They cannot be considered as a transition elements. So like zinc, cadmium and mercury. And next one, their position in the long form of the periodic table. And next one, their general electronic configuration, and there are some physical characteristics, and there are some chemical characteristics. It is very important thing to you. Most of the D block elements are having metals. They are possessing in metallic character. For we are using zinc, chromium, copper, iron, manganese. So all these metals are belongs to D block elements. Okay, this is a new topic for you. So one question definitely asked from this chapter, D block and F block and coordination compound. This is the one topic appeared as an intermediate textbook level. But so one of the question for every year in JMN examination asked from this chapter. How can we calculate the magnetic momentum of Fe plus 2 ion or Mn plus 2 ion? So this is a basic property which is related to D block elements. So how can we calculate the magnetic momentum of species ions like Fe plus 2, Mn plus 2, so like that Fe plus 3, by using the formula mu is equal to square root of n into n plus 2. So, and another important thing is how can these D block elements exhibit some color? So basing on the color property, basing on the magnetic property, many of the questions came from D block element which asked in the previous IIT JEE examination also. Okay students, before going to the session, just we look the contents what are presenting in this video are. The contents present in this video are, first one, introduction of D block elements. So after knowing the P block elements, it is necessary. So what are D block elements and what are the position of D block elements in the periodic table? Which elements can be called as a D block elements? Okay, so this is about the introduction part about D block elements. And next one, position of D block elements. So position of D block element means the D block elements are presenting between the S block elements and P block elements in a long form of the periodic table. So basing on the presence of the D block elements, these D block elements also called as transition elements. So another name for the D block element is transition elements. So here important point is why the D block elements are treated as a transition elements. So the reason behind like that, the D block elements having the properties of S block and P block, there is a transition or change with the properties of the S block elements and P block elements. That's why basing on that reason, these D block elements are called as transition elements. And the third content present in this video are electronic configuration of D block elements. So if an element belongs to D block, it at least containing the configuration like this n-1 d1 to 10 and ns1 to 2. If some of the elements they are belongs to D block but they cannot be treated as a transition elements. So basing on that principle, why the elements which are belongs to D block but they cannot be treated as a transition element. It means they completely filled D subshell, like 3D10 configuration. So the more number of electrons, maximum number of electrons present in D block is maximum 10 electrons, but in case of zinc, cadmium, mercury, they contain completely filled 3D10 configuration. So according to the definition of the D block element, they contain at least one unpaired electron, but in case of it is failed in case of the zinc, cadmium and mercury. So come to the introduction of D block elements. So the D block elements are present in between the S block and P block in the long form of the periodic table. So this is the S block elements and this is the presence of the P block elements. In between the S block and P block elements, the D block elements are present. In general, first group to second group elements are called as S block elements. And come to the next one, 13th group to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 groups are called as P block elements. So in between the S and P, the group started from 3 to 12. 3 to 12. These group elements are known as D block elements. So generally S block contain one first group and second group. P block element contain from 13th group to 18th group. So in between the S block and P block, the D block elements are present. These D block contain the groups from 3 to 12th group. So here, why the elements are belongs to particularly a D block? So the elements which are belongs to D block, they progressively filled d orbital, in a long 4 periods. So why these elements which are present in the D block, they consider as a D block elements. The D block elements are progressively filled their d orbitals in a long 4 periods. So next important point regarding this D block element is the D block elements also known as inner transition elements. Transition elements. So another name for the D block elements is known as transition elements. So why the D block elements are called as transition elements? That means these D block elements are present between the S block elements and P block elements. So they have a transition or a change. They have a transition or change. So between the properties of S block and P block, there is a transition or change in properties of S and P block elements. Therefore, D block elements have a transition or a change in the properties of S block and P block. Therefore, the properties of the D block elements have a transition or change with compared with the S block and P block. Therefore, the D block elements are called as transition elements. D block elements are called as transition elements. Therefore, if there is some exclusion in the elements which are presenting in D block, they are presenting in the D block, but they cannot be considered as a transition elements. So that are especially zinc, cadmium and mercury. So why the zinc, cadmium, mercury, they are presenting in the D block, but they cannot be considered as a transition element. So what is the reason behind that? In case of the electron configuration of zinc, cadmium, mercury, they contain 3d10 electronic configuration. So d orbitals are 5, you know very well. D orbitals are 5. They contain 5 to 10 electrons in their D subshell. So according to the definition of the element which is belongs to D block, If an element is said to be d block, it is compulsorily contain partially filled electronic configuration. Partially filled electronic configuration. But in case of zinc, cadmium, mercury, they do not contain such type of configuration. Therefore, these three elements, zinc, cadmium, mercury, can be treated as these are not a transition elements. These are not a transition elements only because of their general electronic configuration. So if an element is belongs to d block element, an element belongs to d block, an element is belongs to d block, it actually contains partially filled d orbital. But the electron configuration is not in case of zinc, cadmium, mercury. So because of the general electronic configuration of this one, they contain 3d10 stable electronic configuration, but they are presenting in a d block, but they cannot be treated as a transition. Next one, the general electronic configuration of d block elements is n-1, d1 to 10, ns1 to 2. So this is a general electronic configuration of d block elements. n-1, d1 to 10, ns1 to 2. If an element is said to be transition element, if an element is said to be transition element, if an element is said to be transition element, if an element is said to be transition element, it contain at least one unpaired electron. It contain at least one unpaired electron. At least one unpaired electron. At least one unpaired electron in d orbital. At least one unpaired electron in d orbital. So, basing on the general electronic configuration of d block elements, n-1, d1 to 10, ns1 to 2, they contain, so in d orbital the electrons are occupied from 1 to below 10, so it is not completely filled. In case of s orbital, the presence of electrons 1 to 2. So therefore, the elements which are presenting in d block, they also be treated as a transition element. Therefore, basing on the point, an element which is belongs to be d block, it is said to be a transition element. It contains at least one unpaired electron in this d orbital. It contains at least one unpaired electron in this d orbital. But it is not failed in the case of zinc, cadmium, mercury, and like chromium and copper also. In case of chromium and copper also. For example, in chromium atomic number is 24. Its general electronic configuration is argon 3d 4s2. Argon is the 18, 20, 24. So this is the original configuration of the chromium atomic number 24, argon 4s2 3d4, argon 18, 20, 24. This is the original configuration, but it acquired the configuration like this: argon 3d5, 4s1. So look at this configuration here, 3d5 half filled configuration, 3d5 half filled configuration, 1 2 3 4 5. And next one, 4s1, it contains one unpaired electron. This is 3d configuration. So look at this configuration. This is a half filled configuration of d orbital. This is also half filled configuration of 4s orbital. So come to the same the configuration of for copper atomic number 29 configuration like this: argon 4s2 3d, argon 18 20 29 3d9. So this is the original configuration of chromium, argon 3d9 4s2. but it acquire the general stable configuration argon 3d10 4s1. So this is the completely filled d subshell configuration. Okay, d orbitals are 5, so 5 to 10 electrons. 5 to 10 electrons. So basing on the observe the general electronic configuration of chromium and copper. So basing on their general configuration, argon 3d5 4s1, here 3d9 4s2, but one electron is migrated from one orbital to another orbital. Here chromium acquire 3d5 configuration. This is a half filled electron configuration. In case of copper, it gain 3d10 completely filled configuration. Here another important thing is the atoms which have half filled or completely filled orbital electronic configuration. Half filled or completely filled. Half filled or completely filled electronic configuration that are more stable. So this is basing on this point. Here chromium and copper having stable electronic configuration. So this is a very important point. Note it. The electronic configuration of the atoms which are having half filled or completely filled electronic configuration. Half filled or completely filled electronic configuration of d orbitals, they are having more stable, they acquire more stability. So here also the elements like already we discussed, like zinc, cadmium, mercury, also they are possessing stable electronic configuration. They do not follow the general electronic configuration of the d block elements. And next one, these d block elements can be classified into 4 categories, 4 series that are d block elements can be arranged in the long form of the periodic, this one like 4 series that are 3d series, 4d series, 5d series and 6d series. So this is the 3d series. D block elements are presenting in 4 series. First one 3d series. Okay, scandium to zinc, yttrium to cadmium, lanthanum to mercury, and a 60 series actually starting from actinium, but it is incomplete, still incomplete. It is still incomplete. So the elements which are presenting in these 4 series in 3d series from scandium to zinc, in 4d series yttrium to cadmium, lanthanum to mercury, and in case of 60 series it starts with actinium, but still it is still incomplete. So next one, basing on the electronic configuration of the d block elements, they also having some different types of properties. So they are having different types of properties like variable oxidation state, and they also having formation of some complex compounds. They are also able to form some formation of complex compounds, and also they are having the property formation of some colored compounds, able to form formation of some colored compounds. They also having the catalytic activity. They also having catalytic nature or catalytic activity. So they also possess some magnetic properties. They also possess from some magnetic properties. So basing on the general electronic configuration of the d block elements, n-1 d1 to 10 and ns1 to 2, basing on this electronic configuration, they are having different types of properties like variable oxidation state, complex compounds formation, and formation of the colored compounds, and activity of the catalytic nature, and some magnetic properties. So the reason behind this, why these transition elements exhibit all these properties, the very important thing is the energy level between the n-1 d subshell and ns subshell is very less. The energy difference between the n-1 d subshell and ns subshell, between these two, n-1 d subshell and ns subshell, the energy difference is very small, and basing on this general electron configuration, the partially filled electron configuration of d subshell, these d block elements are transition elements having different types of, they exhibit various types of properties. The position of the d block elements in long form of the periodic table. So once you look at the image you appeared in the on the board, the position of the d block elements in the long form of the period like that. So once look at that image, so in left hand side s block elements are present and right hand side p block elements are present. In between the s block elements and p block elements, d block elements are present. So as earlier as mentioned, these d block elements are arranged in 4 series: 3D series, 4D series, 5D series and 6D series. Once you look at the image, so in first series, that is the 3D series, that are presenting from scandium to zinc, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc, from scandium to zinc. That is the 3D series. So the elements which are presenting in 3D series are like that. And next one from yttrium to cadmium. First one is Y, yttrium, and last one is cadmium. So the elements which are presenting in that 4D series elements are that one. And third one from lanthanum to mercury, and final incomplete series, that is 6D series. It starts with the element actinium Ac, but some of the elements are incompletely filled in the long form of the periodic table, so still it is incomplete. So basing on the position of the d block elements, it is called as the transition elements, because due to the presence of the d block elements between s and p, they have the transition or change the properties of the s block elements and p block elements. That's why these d block elements are called as the transition elements. After the bottom of the periodic table, f block is present. This is not belongs to our topic. Later, after the completion of the d block, we are going to learn about f block. So this is about the position of the d block elements. So look at the elements which are presenting in 3D series. Look at the image clearly. So atomic number and their symbol and their general electronic configuration. So scandium, atomic number 21, scandium. Next titanium 22, vanadium 23, chromium 24, manganese 25, iron 26, cobalt 27, nickel 28, copper 29, and finally zinc 30. So here main important point is, once you look at the all configuration from top to bottom, from scandium to zinc, you have to clearly identify two similar properties. So except 3 elements, remaining elements are having partially filled d orbital configuration, like look at the scandium 4s2 3d1, in case of titanium 4s2 3d3, in case of vanadium 4s2 3d3, like that configuration. But come to the configuration of chromium. So what the configuration possessing of chromium? It is argon 4s1 3d5, 4s1 3d5. I already mentioned the configuration of the chromium. So due to the stable electron configuration of chromium, it having 4s1 3d5. That means the d orbitals are half-filled configuration. So basing on the half-filled configuration or completely filled configuration, the atoms get more stable. So in this 3D series only such type of elements are there, that are only 3 elements. First one chromium, and the second one element copper, and third element is zinc. So come to the configuration of copper also. Here in that configuration, argon 4s1 3d1, argon 4s1 3d10. In case of zinc also, argon 4s2 3d10. So in case of copper and zinc, both having 3d10 configuration. So 3d10 means it is a completely filled d orbital, completely filled d orbital. In case of chromium, half filled d orbital configuration. In case of copper and zinc, completely filled stable electronic configuration. So therefore the atoms which are the elements which are possess a stable configuration, in that the atoms which are having half filled configuration are that are d5, this is a half filled configuration, and d10, this is a completely filled configuration. So in case of p orbital, p3 is a half filled configuration and p6 is a completely filled electron configuration. So in case of d block elements, we are considering d electron configuration. D5 is half filled, D10 is completely filled. So in general electron configuration of d block, these three elements are not participating, not to satisfy the general electron configuration of d block elements, but they presenting in d block, but they cannot be considered as a transition elements. So according to the definition of the transition element, if an atom contain at least one unpaired electron, but in case of, okay, so this is the definition of the transition element. So this is the general electron configuration about the 3D series. So the elements present in the 4D series are like that. So element, symbol, atomic number and their general electronic configuration. So first element is yttrium, so atomic number 39, configuration chromium 4D1 5s2. And come to the zirconium, atomic number 40, chromium 4D2 5s2. And next one niobium, Nb plus 41, 4D4 5s1. And next one molybdenum, Mo 42, krypton 4D5 5s1. Tectonium, Tc 43. Next one ruthenium, Ru. Rhodium, Rh. Palladium, Pd. Silver, Az. Cadmium, Cd. Atomic number 48. So once look at the configuration. So in case of molybdenum, it has a 4D5 configuration, 4D5, and next in case of ruthenium, it have a 4D7 configuration. So and come to the rhodium, palladium, silver and cadmium, they contain 4D10 electronic configuration. They contain completely filled d subshell. So in case of cadmium, 4D10 5s2 completely filled configuration. S orbital contain 2 electrons, d orbital contain 10 electrons. In case of silver, 4D1 and 5s1. In case of palladium also 4D10 5s0. So these are all the elements which are present in 4D series. So electron configuration of the elements which are present in 5D series are, so these are elements presenting in the 5D series. First one lanthanum, hafnium, HF, tantalum, tungsten, తర్వాత rhenium, osmium and iridium, platinum, gold and mercury. So look at their general configuration: xenon 5D1 6s2, 5D2 6s2, 5D3 6s2, like that. So in case of the rhenium, the configuration 5D5 6s2, and next one osmium 5D6, next one iridium 5D7. So in case of platinum, gold, and mercury, they contain 5D10 completely filled d subshell, 5D10 6s2 6s0. In case of gold, 5D10 6s1. In case of mercury, 5D10 6s2. So basing on the last three elements, that are last three, platinum, gold and mercury, contain 5D10 electron configuration, completely filled d subshell. So this is about the atoms which are presenting in 5D series and their symbols and their atomic numbers and general configurations. So the elements present in the 6D series are like that. I already mentioned it is the incomplete list shell, still incomplete it is. So that's why some of the elements names are not mentioned in that table. So in the 6D series elements, starting element is actinium. After actinium, that is rutherfordium. So like that elements are presenting, this is incomplete, still incomplete. So general electron configuration or each element is filled like that. Therefore, so basing on the presence of the 4 series of d block elements, so only focused on the mainly first 3 series that are 3D series, 4D series and 5D series. The last one is incompletely, still it is incompletely mentioned in the regular textbooks. So finally look at these the series is present in that d block elements. So the d block elements are arranged as 4 series, we discussed that. So that are 3D series, 4D series and 5D series and 6D series. So the elements which are presenting in that 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D and their atomic numbers and their general configuration we discussed in previous slides also. This is the final chart. So collected all the configuration and elements which are presenting in 4 series of d block elements are appeared in this image also. We have to clearly identify that the elements from in 3D from scandium to zinc, in 4D from yttrium to cadmium, in 5D from lanthanum to mercury, in 6D from actinium, this is starting element and some of the incomplete series, this one. Okay, students. So finally recall what we learned in this video. This is a new chapter to you. So that is a D block elements or a transition elements. So what are D block elements? If an element is belongs to D block element, they contain progressively filled D subshell in a long form of 4 series, 4 long periods. But if an element is belongs to the D block element, the elements which are having incompletely, so that is the filling of the electron configuration such that, therefore finally next one, these D block elements are also called as the transition elements. So the reason behind like that, so the general electronic configuration of D block elements is n-1 d1 to 10 ns1 to 2, but it is not the sum of the elements which are present in D block, they cannot be considered as a transition element like zinc, cadmium, mercury, because they contain 3d10 completely filled stable configuration. But in case of general electronic configuration of D block elements, they having partially filled D subshell, partially filled D orbital configuration. So therefore some exemptions also present there. So again D block elements are arranged in 4 series, 3D, 4D, 5D and 6D. So basing on this general electron configuration, these transition elements also possess. For example, if an element is said to be transition element, it contains at least one unpaired electron in its D subshell. So that are transition elements. Basing on all these general electron configuration and some of the properties, they exhibit different properties that are variable oxidation state, magnetic properties, formation of alloys, formation of complex compounds, and having some catalytic property. Okay, thank you to all. Thank you very much.